Good morning, students. Today we are going to start coordinate geometry, that is 2D geometry, two-dimensional geometry. We'll first take up the first topic, that is coordinate system. Then second topic is locus, then straight lines, then pair of lines, etc. This is the 2D geometry part of our intermediate first year. So let us start 2D geometry with the first topic, coordinate system. Okay. Coordinate system. So we are starting two-dimensional geometry with coordinate system. I think in your high school level you are having these basic formulae, distance between 2 points. First formula is distance between 2 points. Suppose A x1 y1 and B x2 y2 are 2 points in the coordinate plane, xy plane, then the distance between them, AB, is given by the formula AB is equal to square root of x1 minus x2 whole square plus y1 minus y2 whole square. So this formula was proved by using Pythagoras theorem, is it not? So coordinate geometry depends upon pure geometry. So using pure geometry we'll find some formulas in coordinate geometry. So coordinate geometry and pure geometry are interdependent. So we have to use both of them. Okay. Second formula. Suppose one of the points is origin and the second point is any general point x comma y. Then the distance between the 2 points OA is given by square root of x square plus y square. Because other point is origin, square root of x minus 0 whole square plus y minus 0 whole square. So square root of x square plus y square. Now third point is, suppose you take 2 points on the x-axis. One point is say x1 comma 0, that is A, and B is x2 comma 0. These are 2 points on x-axis. These are 2 points on x-axis. You know that any point on x-axis, for any point on x-axis, y coordinate is 0. Okay, y coordinate is 0. Therefore, x1 comma 0 and x2 comma 0 are 2 points on the x-axis. Then the distance between them AB is given by mod of x1 minus x2. Okay, so what is the actual distance formula? If you apply the actual first formula here, you will get root of x1 minus x2 whole square plus 0 minus 0 whole square. That means it is equal to root of x1 minus x2 whole square. What is root of x1 minus x2 whole square? Mod of x1 minus x2. Several times I have told you, root of x minus a whole square is not equal to x minus a, it is mod of x minus a. And moreover here it is distance. Distance is always positive. So you have to take the positive square root. That is why this modulus. Okay. Mod of x1 minus x2. Now fourth formula. Suppose 2 points you take on the y-axis. A 0 comma 1 and B 0 comma 2 are 2 points on the y-axis. You know that for any point on the y-axis, x coordinate will be 0. So that means these points are clearly points on the y-axis, 0 comma y1 and 0 comma y2. Then the distance between them AB is given by the formula mod of y1 minus y2. Similar to the formula for the x-axis, for the points on the x-axis, mod of y1 minus y2. So let us see the next basic formula. Okay. So fifth one. The distance of the point P x comma y from the x-axis is, so x comma y is any point on in the xy plane. What is its distance from the x-axis? From the x-axis the distance is mod y. Mod y, not y but mod y, because the point may be in any quadrant. For example, if it is in the third quadrant or fourth quadrant, y coordinate will be negative for such a point, is it not? So, but distance from the x-axis means it is distance is always positive. So that is why, so distance from the x-axis is mod y, not y but mod y, because y may be sometimes negative. Similarly, sixth one, the distance of the point x comma y from the y-axis is mod x. From y-axis it is mod x, from x-axis it is mod y. Reverse, okay. Now see the seventh formula, section formula. So I have drawn the diagram, very explicit diagram. Diagram itself explains everything. Here A is a point x1, y1, B is another point x2, y2. So if you join them by means of a line segment or a line, then P is a point on the line which divides AB in the ratio m is to n. You can see I have marked m is to n. P is a point on the lines which divides the line segment AB in the ratio m is to n. I have written the ratio here. AP is to PB. AP is to PB is m is to n. The ratio is given. Now our aim is to find the point P. So then the P is given by this formula. M into x2. So m into x2 plus n into x1, like this, cross multiplying. M into x2 plus n into x1 by m plus n. Similarly for y coordinate, m into y2 plus n into y1 by m plus n. So if P is in between A and B, then it is called internal division. We say that P is dividing AB internally. If P is in between the points A and B, then we say that P divides AB internally, and when P is dividing internally, you can apply this formula. Now see the second diagram. A and B are here. x1, y1, x2 are here. x2, y2 are here. P is on, but not in between A and B, but outside the line segment AB. It may be on the right side or it may be on the left side here. It may be here also. But it is not in between A and B. It is outside A and B. So, but AP is to PB is m is to n. AP is to PB is m is to n means this distance AP divided by this distance PB. That is m is to n ratio, positive distances. But while calculating the point P, you have to use a negative sign here for one of them, m is to minus n or minus m is to n. While calculating the coordinates of the point P, you should put minus sign either to m or to n, one of them only. You have to put minus sign and use the formula. I am putting minus sign for n. That is why I am using in the section formula, you see, mx2 minus nx1 by m minus n. Similarly, y coordinate is my2 minus ny1 by m minus n. So in place of plus n, if you put just minus n, then you get the coordinates of the point P which divides AB externally. See, AP is to PB, I have written m is to n, is it not? AP means you are going from left to right, is it not? PB means you are returning back. AP is left to right, PB is what? Right to left. So if one direction is taken as positive, the other direction should be taken negative. So that is why if you apply minus to either m or n, then you get the coordinates of the point P for external division. This is for external division. Okay. So let us see the next formula. Midpoint. Suppose A, x1, y1, B, x2, y2 are 2 points. Then P is exactly the midpoint. That means AP and PB are equal. Then what are the coordinates of P? So the coordinates of P are simply x1 plus x2 by 2, comma y1 plus y2 by 2. So that is the formula for midpoint. x1 plus x2 by 2, comma y1 plus y2 by 2. So arithmetic mean of the x coordinates, comma arithmetic mean of the y coordinates. How did you get this formula? This formula is obtained from the previous formula, section formula, where m and n are 1 and 1. Is it not? AP is equal to PB, then AP, if it is 1 unit, then PB also 1 unit. Therefore, AP is to PB is 1 is to 1 only. So, for m and n, if you put 1 and 1 in the previous section formula, you get the formula for the midpoint. Okay. Now, let us define points of trisection. What is meant by points of trisection? First, to see the diagram here. I have drawn a diagram here. A and B are any 2 points. Say x1, y1 and x2, y2. Okay. So, we are joining them by means of a line segment, suppose. Line segment means from A to B only. You should not extend it actually. From A to B, that's all. So a line segment has got 2 ends. Left end is A, right end is B. So that is what is called a line segment. Is it not? Of some certain length. Okay. Now consider 2 points P and Q in between A and B, such that AP is equal to PQ is equal to QB. Here I have written AP is equal to PQ is equal to QB. See, read here. A and B are 2 given points. Then the points P and Q on the line segment AB. That means between A and B only. They should lie, B and Q must lie between A and B only, such that AP is equal to PQ is equal to QB. So AP, here I have written, see, AP is equal to PQ is equal to QB. That means P and Q divide the line segment AB into 3 equal parts, AP, PQ and QB. Then such points P and Q are called points of trisection of the line segment AB. Then P and Q are called, this point and this point are called points of trisection of the line segment AB. Now suppose you know A and B, how to find the points of trisection P and Q, how to find their coordinates. So clearly AP is to PB is 1 is to 2. Because AP length, PQ length and QB length are equal, what is AP is to PB? So here I am writing AP is to PB is clearly 1 is to 2. What about AQ is to QB? Q is here. So AQ is 2 units. QB is 1 unit. So AQ is to QB is 2 is to 1 unit. So you know the ratio in which P and Q are dividing the line segment AB. Therefore, using the section formula, you can easily find the coordinates of P and Q. So first let us find P. What is the ratio? AP is to PB. AP is 1, P is 2. 1 is to 2 ratio. Then use the section formula 1 into x2 plus 2 into x1 by 1 plus 2, that is 3. Comma, similarly for y coordinate 1 into y2 plus 2 into y1 by 1 plus 2, 3. Similarly, you can find the other point of trisection Q by using the ratio 2 is to 1. So 2 is to 1 means 2 here, 1 there means 2 into x2 plus 1 into x1 by 2 plus 1, 3. Similarly, 2 into y2 plus 1 into y1 by 2 plus 1, 3. So these are the formulas for points of trisection. Points of trisection: divide the line segment AB in the ratio 1:2 and 2:1. So okay, let us see the next point. 10. Suppose 3 points are collinear. A x1 y1, B x2 y2, C x3 y3 are collinear. What is meant by collinear? If 3 points are in a straight line, they are lying on a line, then the points are said to be collinear. 2 points, any 2 points will be always collinear, because joining any 2 points you can draw a line. Okay, but 3 points may be collinear, may not be collinear. If they are not collinear, they will form a triangle, is it not? If they are not collinear, they can be vertices of a triangle. So suppose the 3 points are collinear. A x1 y1, B x2 y2, C x3 y3 are collinear. Collinear means I have drawn the diagram here. So A x1 y1, B x2 y2, C x3 y3 are lying on a line. But we don't know the order. Which point is lying between which 2 points, we don't know. Here of course I have drawn the diagram such that B is in between A and C. A and C are here at the ends and B is somewhere in between. It need not be exactly midpoint, it's somewhere in between. So actually we don't know which point is in between. C may be in between A and B, or A may be between B and C. We don't know. But we only know that they are collinear. Okay, suppose they are collinear points. Now I want to find the ratio in which A divides BC. See, this is very, very important. Please follow carefully, all of you. A divides BC, line segment BC, in the ratio. How to get the ratio? A divides BC, line segment BC, in the ratio means what you have to do is, this A you have to put in between B and C. A you have to put between B and C. That means here I am writing BAC. A divides BC means, please put this A in between B and C like this. Then read from left to right. BA by AC. So that is what you should write here. A divides BC means first you place A between B and C. So like this you put, and then from read from left to right only. BA by AC. BA by AC. Okay. You should not say BA by CA, AB by AC, AB by AC. That is not allowed. Only from left to right. BA by AC. That's all. You should not say BA by CA. BA by AC only. So you should be careful there. So BA by AC, left to right. After writing BA by AC, the formula is easily obtained. See, the x coordinate of B minus x coordinate of A divided by x coordinate of A minus x coordinate of C. So x coordinate of B means x2 minus x coordinate of A means minus x1 divided by x coordinate of A x1 minus x coordinate of C x3. So that order you have to follow. So that means x2 minus x1 by x1 minus x3. Or you can use the y coordinates also. You can use the y coordinates. Y coordinate of B minus y coordinate of A divided by y coordinate of A minus y coordinate of C. So you will get a similar formula, x2 minus x1 by x1 minus x3. In y coordinates it will be y2 minus y1 by y1 minus y3. Okay, understood? So this is very, very important. So there is a doubt. Suppose using x coordinate we have found some ratio. Suppose you got the ratio 3/4. Because points coordinates are given, using x coordinates you got the ratio 3:4. But using y coordinates, suppose you got a different ratio, say 1:2. Using y coordinates you got the ratio, suppose 1:2. But so where is the mistake here? I am saying that you can use either x coordinates or y coordinate. That means you should get the same ratio, but you are getting a different ratio, means where does the mistake lie? So if the two ratios are not equal, it means that the 3 points are not collinear. So they are not in a straight line. The question itself is wrong. See, the ratio in which A divides BC, find the ratio in which A divides BC. This question can be asked only when the 3 points are collinear. If the 3 points are not in a line, then there is no meaning for find the ratio in which A divides the line segment BC. So the question itself is wrong. So if they are collinear, if the points are collinear, then using the x coordinates, whatever ratio you get, the same ratio you will get using the y coordinates also. Of course, that will see in an example in the next page. Okay. So similarly, B divides CA. A divides BC is over. See, A, BC. Second one is BCA. Third one is CAB. I am taking in the cyclic order. ABC, BCA, CAB. So B divides CA in the ratio means what we have to do? This B we have to place in between C and A. Then you get what? In between C and B means CBA you will get, is it not? Then read from left to right, CB by BA. So that you should write exactly. You should be careful here in writing the ratio, CB by A. Then what is the x coordinate of C? x3 minus x coordinate of B? x2 by x coordinate of B? x2 minus x coordinate of A? Minus x1. X coordinate of C minus x coordinate of B by x coordinate of B minus x coordinate of A. So in that order you have to write. So if you confuse and write in different way, then the ratio may change sign. Is it not? Instead of getting 3:4, you may get minus 3:4, something like that. So you should be careful in writing the order. So similarly, using y coordinates, you get the formula y3 minus y2 by y2 minus y1. So finally, C divides AB in what ratio? What should you do? C must be placed in between A and B. Then you get what? ACB. So how to read it? AC by CB. So AC by CB. So x coordinate of A minus x coordinate of C by x coordinate of C minus x coordinate of B. So therefore you will get x1 minus x3 by x3 minus x2. Similarly, if you use y coordinates, you will get y1 minus y3 by y3 minus y2. So okay, we have written the ratios. Here I have written a note. So there are two important points to note in this concept. What are they? Two important points. Out of the three ratios, we have got three ratios here, is it not? A divides BC one ratio, B divides CA another ratio, C divides AB another ratio. Out of the three ratios, how many will be positive and how many will be negative? Can you guess? Only one will be positive and other two will be negative. Always. Always only one will be positive, other two will be negative. Why? Because only one point will be between 2 points. Suppose in the diagram what I have shown, B is where it is lying between A and C. Suppose if the 3 points are like this as shown in the diagram. Suppose B is between A and C. Then which ratio will be positive? The second ratio will be positive. B divides CA in the ratio. B is in between C and A. Therefore, B divides CA, that ratio will be positive. Other two ratios will be negative. A divides first, for example, first example is what? First ratio is what? A divides BC. A is here, B and C are here. So A is outside the line segment BC, the ratio will be negative. Similarly, last one, C divides AB. So C is here. Where is AB? AB line segment is on the left side here. So C is clearly outside the line segment AB. So the last ratio will also be negative. So when 3 points are collinear, only one point will be between two other points. That ratio will be positive. Remaining two ratios will be negative. That is the first point. And second point, product of the three ratios will be always equal to 1. Of course, 1 positive, 2 negative. 1 positive ratio, 1 positive number, 2 negative numbers. What is the product? Clearly positive. But that positive quantity will be always 1 only. No other number. Okay. So product 1. How do you prove that? See from the formulas itself. What is the first ratio? x2 minus x1 by x1. What is the second ratio? Here. Third ratio here. Multiply them. Multiply them. x2 minus x1 in the numerator. x2 minus x1 in the denominator. They cancel out when you multiply. Similarly, x1 minus x3 in the denominator, x1 minus x3 in the numerator, they will cancel out. Similarly, x3 minus x2 in the numerator and denominator, they will cancel out when you multiply. Therefore, everything will cancel out and you get the product equal to 1. So, these two are two important points. So, on the next page, let us see an example. Okay. So, example, A 3 minus 5, B 9 4, C 5 minus 2 are collinear. I am saying that they are collinear. They are lying in a straight line. Then we want to find first A divides BC in the ratio. A divides the line segment BC in the ratio means what you have to do? This A you have to keep in between B and C. Like this. Keep A between B and C. Read from left to right. BA by AC. Correct. BA by AC. Let us use x coordinates first. So x coordinate of B is what? 9. Minus x coordinate of A 3. 9 minus 3. Divided by x coordinate of A 3. Minus x coordinate of C 5. So 9 minus 3 is 6 by 3 minus 5 minus 2. So it is minus 3:1. Now let us use y coordinate and see what happens. What is y coordinate of B? 4. Okay. 4 minus y coordinate of A minus 5. So 4 minus minus 5. Okay. Numerator is over. Denominator y coordinate of A minus 5. Okay. Minus y coordinate of C minus 2. Minus of minus 2 here. So numerator is 4 minus minus 5, 9. Denominator minus 5 plus 2 minus 3. So 9 by minus 3 also minus 3:1. So whether you use x coordinates or y coordinates, you should get the same ratio. You are getting the same ratio means the 3 points are actually they are collinear, they are lying in a straight line only. If you don't get the same ratio, what does it mean? The question itself is wrong. The points are not collinear. Okay. Right. Similarly, find the ratio in which B divides CA. B divides CA. So B we have to place in between C and A. We have to write what? CBA. Is it not? B divides CA means B we have to place in between C and A, CBA. Read from left to right. CB by BA. CB by BA. Then using x coordinates, so we get the x coordinate of C 5 minus x coordinate of B 9 by 9 minus x coordinate of A is 3. So minus 4 by 6, that is minus 2 by 3. Similarly, use y coordinates also, you will get the same ratio. You can see using y coordinates also you will get the same ratio minus 2:3. Next, last one, C divides AB. Means C must be placed in between A and B. That means you should write ACB, then read from left to right AC by CB. So okay, AC by CB. Using x coordinates you will get the ratio 1:2. Using y coordinates also you can verify that you will get the ratio 1:2. So out of the, what are the three ratios? -3:1 first ratio, -2:3 second ratio, 1:2 third ratio. Okay. So out of these only one ratio is positive, is it not? Correct. 1/2 is positive, remaining two are negative. So what about the product of the ratios? Here I am calculating product of the ratios. -3/1 into -2/3 into 1/2. So okay, everything gets cancelled, you are getting 1. So product will be always 1. So how the points are lying in the plane, let us see. So what is the positive ratio here? C divides AB. That ratio is 1:2 positive. That means C is dividing AB internally, because that is positive ratio means C is dividing AB internally. That means C is between A and B. So I have taken A and B at the ends. C I am putting in between them, such that the ratio AC is to CB is equal to 1:2. So AC, this is 1 unit. CB from here to here 2 units. Double the distance. Is it not? So this is the diagram. Then what happens to the first ratio? Let us see. First ratio is BA by AC. What is BA? BA. 3 units total. BA by what? First ratio AC. BA 3 units, 2 plus 1 3 units, AC 1 unit. So 3/1, but 3 you are coming to the left. BA you are coming to the left side, but AC you are going to the right side. So that is why negative sign. So 3/1. So you can see the ratio is -3:1, because BA is right to left and AC is left to right. So that is why that minus sign. Similarly, other ratio here, B divides CA is what? -2:3. B divides CA is what? CB by BA. CB 2 units. Okay. CB 2 units. BA 3 units. But one is forward, other one is coming back. So 2:3 with a negative sign. That is why you get negative sign. Okay. So let us see the next one. 11th one. AX1, Y1 and BX2, Y2 are 2 points. Then number 1, the x-axis divides the line segment AB in the ratio -Y1 by Y2. Number 2, the y-axis divides the line segment AB in the ratio -x1 by x2. For x-axis you use y coordinates. For y-axis you have to use x coordinates. -y1 by y2 minus x1. So here you see the diagram. So I am going to prove this, okay, by using the previous concepts, okay. So AX1, Y1 and BX2, Y2 are 2 points. For example, A I have taken in the first quadrant, B I have taken in the fourth quadrant. So A and B are 2 points. I am joining them by means of a line segment. I have drawn a line segment AB. See, x-axis is going in between them, is it not? So x-axis is doing what? It is cutting the line segment AB at the point P. That means it is dividing the line segment AB into 2 parts. First part is AP, second part is PB. We want to find this ratio AP is to PB. Suppose P is having coordinates k, 0. Because P is a point on the x-axis, y coordinate will be definitely 0. Okay. But x coordinate we don't know. Let us call it k. We don't know k, but some k. X coordinate is some number k. Y coordinate definitely you know, because it is a point on the x-axis, it is 0. So let us take P as k comma 0. Now you can clearly see that these 3 points are in a straight line. So that is what I am writing here. A x1 y1, P k comma 0 and B x2 y2 are what? Collinear points. Collinear points, then we will apply the previous concepts. So then you can consider 3 ratios, is it not? If A, P, B are collinear, A divides PB in what ratio? P divides AB in what ratio? So I will consider only one ratio. P divides AB in what ratio? P divides AB in what ratio? This P, where the x-axis is cutting the line segment, is it not? P divides AB in what ratio? What you have to do? According to the previous concept, if you want to find P divides AB in what ratio, what you have to do? You have to place P between A and B. So like this. P you have to place between A and B. So APB. Then read from left to right. AP by PB. Okay. That is correct. AP by PB. Now, can we use x coordinates? If you use x coordinates, you have to use k, where k you don't know. Let us use y coordinates therefore, because y coordinate 0 we know for the point P. Okay. So y coordinate of A, y1, minus y coordinate of P, 0, divided by y coordinate of P, 0, minus y coordinate of B, minus y2, y coordinate of B. So you get the formula minus y1 by y2. Okay, even though we don't know x coordinate of P, y coordinate we know. So for this formula you can use either x coordinates or y coordinates. Because we know the y coordinates, let us use y coordinates and find out. So the formula minus y1 is to y2 is the ratio in which P divides AB. So therefore x-axis divides AB in the ratio means x-axis is dividing AB at the point P only. So x-axis divides AB in what ratio means it is nothing but AP by PB only. AP by PB we have proved minus y1 by y2. Of course, similarly we can prove for the y-axis also. Y-axis divides AB in what ratio? That is minus x1 by x2 also can be proved in a similar manner. Let us see an example on this. Okay. Let us see an example. A16 and B5 minus 8 are 2 points. See the diagram here. I have drawn a diagram. A16 is in which quadrant? First quadrant here. I have marked it in the first quadrant. B5 comma minus 8 which quadrant? Fourth quadrant. 5 comma minus 8 that is in the fourth quadrant are 2 points. Then join them by means of a straight line segment. A, B, join them and produce it both the way, in both the directions. That means by means of a straight line you join the 2 points A and B. Then number 1, find the ratio in which x-axis divides AB and also find the point of intersection. See, A, B if you join, so x-axis clearly in the diagram it is dividing at P, is it not? Dividing at P. So P's y coordinate of course will be 0 because it is a point on the x-axis. We want to find its x coordinate also. Before finding the x coordinate, we should find the ratio in which P divides AB. AP is to PB, we have to find out. Okay. And also find the point of intersection. Similarly, find the ratio in which y-axis divides AB and also find the point of intersection. So if you produce this AB, line joining AB, if you produce it left towards y-axis, so it will cut the y-axis at some point. Let that point be Q. So we have to find the ratio in which y-axis divides AB means you have to find the ratio AQ by QB. Just like AP by PB, AQ by QB you have to find out. For Q's coordinates also we have to find out. X coordinate we know 0, but Y coordinate we have to find out. This is the question. So we'll use the formula. A and B are given. A, B are given. So what is the formula? X-axis divides AB in what ratio? Formula is minus y1 by y2. See, in the diagram, x-axis divides means AP by PB only. The formula is minus y1 by y2. Minus y1 is 6 here, by y2 is minus 8. The formula minus is there. Minus y1 is 6, y2 is minus 8. So minus sign will get cancelled. You will get the ratio 3:4. That is AP by PB is 3:4. I have marked here. AP by PB 3:4, 3:4 I have written here. Then find the point P by using the section formula. P is equal to what? 3 into this x coordinate, 3 into 5 plus 4 into that x coordinate 1. Okay, 3 into 5 by 4 plus 4 into 1 by 3 plus 4. Okay, similarly y coordinate. 3 into this side y coordinate minus 8 plus 4 into that side y coordinate 6 by 3 plus 4. So 15 plus 4, 19 by 7, comma, minus 24 plus 24, 0. So 19 by 7, comma, 0. Okay, y coordinate you should get 0 because it is a point on the x-axis. So the point of intersection of this line segment AB with x-axis is 19 by 7, comma, 0. Now let us see the other part of the question. Y-axis divides AB in what ratio? Y-axis is meeting the line segment at what point? Q. So therefore y-axis divides in what ratio means AQ by QB. AQ by QB, what is the formula for y-axis? Minus x1 by x2. Minus x1 means A's x coordinate 1. Okay. By x2 means B's x coordinate, that is 5. So minus 1:5. So how do you find why this is ratio negative? Tell me. First ratio 3:4 is positive because x-axis is passing between A and B. It is dividing AB internally. Therefore you got the positive ratio 3:4. But y-axis is not passing through between A and B. Q is outside, you can see. So AQ by QB we have found 1:5. AQ is what? In the diagram, right to left. QB is what? Left to right. Okay. So that is why you get a negative ratio. But draw the diagram. A 1:6 here, B 5 minus 8 here, Q somewhere in between you take. But Q is not actually in between. But to apply the formula in the diagram you can take Q in between. The ratio is what? Minus 1:5. So minus 1:5. Then apply the formula, section formula. Q is equal to minus 1 into that 5 plus 5 into this 1 by minus 1 plus 5, comma, y coordinate similarly. Minus 1 into that y coordinate minus 8 plus 5 into this y coordinate 6 by minus 1 plus 5. So here x coordinate is minus 5 plus 5, 0. Here 8 plus 30, 38 by 4, 38 by 4 is 19 by 2. So 0, comma 19 by 2 is the point of intersection with the y-axis for the line segment AB. Okay. Y-axis is dividing AB externally because it is not passing between A and B. Whereas x-axis is dividing line segment AB internally, it is passing in between. So that is why x-axis ratio you got 3:4, y-axis ratio you got minus 1:5. One is internal, other one is external. Okay. So okay, the time is up. Harmonic conjugates is the next point that we'll see in the next class. Okay, that is a very lengthy concept. So the time is not sufficient. So we'll wind up here. In the next class, we'll discuss about harmonic conjugates. Thank you, students. We'll meet in the next class.